Hello YouTube, Flashlight Enthusiast here. Nextorch decided to continue the cooperation with me and send another flashlight for review, this time the TA30C, which is their Red Dot Award winner tactical / EDC flashlight for most demanding users. I suspect the intended user is definitely police and other law enforcement structures. So without further ado, let's show you what we've got here. We've got a beautiful Nextorch box with all the marketing and flashlight info right on the package, so you'll know what you're looking at. So, in a nutshell, we've got one-step strobe technology, nano ceramic window breaker, also operated by 18650 battery, etc, etc. But also at the side we've got the visualization of the most important features, including the battery capacity indicator, all the light source, max output, runtime, beam distance, size and weight, etc, etc, which looks perfectly fine and professional in my opinion. Additionally, we also get the FL1 standards in a nutshell, displaying highest and lowest output and all its associated figures. A part of the well executed and compact flashlight, in the package we'll also find a bunch of accessories. As it is a tactical flashlight, we do have a CR1 to 3 adapter to use them instead of 18650 battery. The tube feels solid and is of good quality plastic material. Next is the user manual in different languages, displaying all the modes and operations, quality lanyard with Nextorch logo, and also adjustable wrist length. There's also 2 O-ring replacement included in case you need that, and also USB to USB-C charging cable to recharge the included 18650 battery. I'm not sure if this is a standard, but for review purposes I got the Nextorch branded 2600 mAh 18650 battery with built-in USB-C charging port. Charging of the included battery took me around 2 hours and 16 minutes. Additionally, Nextorch was also kind enough to send me their special tactical flashlight ring to make the grip of the flashlight even more secure and suitable in tactical situations. It is made of some kind of plastic material, however it feels solid and quality is excellent. First thing that catches my attention while holding the Nextorch TA30C in my hand is the build quality and attention to detail. Slightly matte anodization, light knurling, and overall execution of the flashlight is just perfect. Battery orientation signs, clip locked in one position, switch with indicator, magnetic rotation ring, some mysterious engraving, strike bezel with nano-ceramic points, anti-reflective coating, and dust-free reflector with SST40 emitter. All of those elements make really a great first impression. The clip fits tightly but not too tight and is secured by a groove inside the flashlight body so it won't rotate. Additionally, it is also secured so that you won't unclip it unless you unscrew the tail cap, so that you won't lose it in action. Unscrewing the tail cap reveal well anodized and greased threads with O-ring water sealant. Inside there are high quality contacts and fixed springs to ensure proper current flow. Down the tube there's also another spring to ensure the shock recoil resistance. Tactical flashlight ring can be secured once the tail cap is unscrewed. Then simply screw down the tail cap to secure the tactical ring in position. You can clearly tell that it was designed especially for this particular flashlight, as the magnetic ring aligns perfectly with the edge of the tactical ring. If you are into tactical operations and overall flashlights, then you know that there are numerous solutions to make sure that you have all the modes and momentary and strobe mode under your thumb. Nextorch approached this in a unique solution in my opinion. So we do have our momentary and constant illumination button at the tail cap. However, we also have the magnetic selector of different modes so that you will have everything right at the push of your finger. Either tactical mode, or low, or medium, or high mode, or strobe mode. The momentary illumination of turbo output, but also if you press the switch more firmly, you will have direct access to strobe mode. Once you depress the switch, the flashlight turns off. It also does function in all other modes, in low, medium and high mode, so that with one depression of the switch you'll have access to high mode, and if you depress it more firmly you'll have your strobe mode. Once you depress the switch, it will return to the mode that is selected in the magnetic ring. Every time you turn the magnetic ring to the tactical position, you will have your battery indicator displayed. It can be either constant blue or flashing blue, or constant red or flashing red, depending on the battery percentage. Despite having the magnetic ring, I couldn't accidentally turn on the flashlight just by putting the magnet close to the switch. However, I was able to provoke battery indicator to turn on by itself. When it comes to the lockout, it is sufficient to slightly unscrew the tail cap and the flashlight is locked out safely. The usage of SST14 cool white guarantees high output and also high efficiency, however with slightly greenish tint. For those of you who don't care, it is perfect LED choice, however for enthusiasts there's definitely a little bit of drawback. Also note mentioning that in the beam pattern there are 3 pins visible when it comes to striking bezel, but probably for most of you it doesn't really matter. Here are my lumen measurements of the Nextorch TA30C. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Here is the highest output of the Nextorch TA30C, so I've measured around 1818 lumens at startup. As you can see, we do have still over like 1712 lumens after 1 minute and 39 seconds, so pretty nice turbo runtime, as you may probably tell. Before the slow and steady step down over the course of 75 seconds to around 604 lumen level, with flashlight body achieving around 45 degrees Celsius. Still, surprisingly, this flashlight does offer flat output stabilization on this particular lumen level with sustainable 600 lumens with overall runtime of around 2 hours and 15 minutes, which, mind you, for an included 2600 mAh battery is still a respectable performance. You can always throw up the higher capacity like 3500 mAh battery and extend the runtime of around 30%. So with this in mind, let's see how it does operate on the medium mode. And here is what got me interesting, because we've got flat output stabilization from turbo to low, but here on the medium one we do have the standard linear brightness decrease over time, which is a shame really. But for those who don't really care about it, I think it's still okay that after 2 hours you still have like 70% of initial output. So the decrease is not really that dramatic, but mind you that this flashlight will offer less throw or less brightness over time. The flashlight body is stabilized at 27 degrees Celsius, so this is definitely not getting any hot. I will be comparing Nextorch TA30C with other tactical flashlights I have, particularly Science Sky P20, again with SST40 cool white emitter, same as Nextorch. Then we have the Acebeam P15 with SFT40 cool white emitter. Last but not least, Armitech Viking Pro, modified to XHP 50.3 high intensity 4500K. All in all, I find Nextorch TA30C to be nice and compact tactical flashlight, with top-notch build quality, focused powerful beam, and easy to understand operations. It creates the picture of reliable tool whenever I need it. I really do enjoy using it with all the user interface tweaks that it offers, and overall it is really a pleasant light to use. For future versions, I would definitely appreciate a little bit larger capacity battery in this size format, maybe a 21700 cell, but also a little bit more focused beam implementing, for example, SFT 40 emitter. Apart from this, I really like the concept and I think the Nextorch did it quite well. So definitely recommending the Nextorch TA30C for you guys if you don't mind linear output decrease over time. Apart from that, I really like the concept and execution, so highly recommending the TA30C guys for you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more videos to come and to support the algorithm of this channel. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer them all. I also put a link to the Nextorch TA30C in the description down below, so if you're interested in this flashlight, make sure to check out this link. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.